Shannon, did you like or have a problem with how Micah was used last night?
Well, I've been telling Skip, I said, Skip, you're jumping for joy by getting all these guys back. Now somebody's gonna have to be on the bench, and somebody's gonna have to be playing a position that they're not used to playing. Because when you get Randy Gregory back, and you get D-Law came back last night, and Micah Parsons, everybody can't play defensive end and can't rush the quarterback. Somebody's gonna have to drop in coverage. When you drop Micah Parsons in coverage, you're not using him to what he's good at. Yeah, he can drop and break up a pass here or there. But I would much rather have him closer to the quarterback than down the field. Same thing with Randy Gregory. So for me, yes, I would like to see him rush probably 85, 90% of the time. If you want to give him a break, switch it up, sure, let him have him cook the flat. Okay, fine. But nah, I want his hand in the dirt more times than not, Skip. I want him to be like Derek Thomas. I want him to be like Von Miller. I want him going to get the quarterback because that's something he's good in pass coverage. He's great at attacking the quarterback.
Thank you.
And so guys that are great, I want them to do what they're great at. Because what do we talk about all the time? I want to put my guys in position where they can have success. Well, Micah Parsons can have way more success getting after the quarterback than intercepting the football.
Yep.
That's Trayvon Diggs. You handle that back there. I got this up here. Every time I get on the plane, Skip, I looking at the pilots. I say, y'all handle this up here? I got everything back here. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Hey, get me up, get me down safe, and I promise you will have no interruptions on this flight. I can't promise you got another connection somewhere, but I got you back here. Well, Micah Parsons said, look here. Hey, y'all handle that back there. We got this up here. So, Skip, I agree. He has not exceeded expectations because if you watch this guy, if you know anything about football and you watch him, it's true to form. This is who he is. This is what he is. It took a while for him to realize Tampa, they had him trying to drop in coverage and dropping the hook, the flat, and they have him up the seam. Man, let's put this joker, man, put his hand in the dirt and let's get after the quarterback. And once they found that he could do that at an elite level, that's what they should let him do. Do that at an elite level.
So, last night, watching my TV, way down in the flats, the Beverly Hills flats, you're way up there in the Bel Air Palace that you live in. Watching my TV drove me crazier and crazier and crazier. And Ernestine finally knocked on the door and said, why are you screaming? You're winning. I'm screaming at the way they're not using Micah Parsons. He is a very special football player. He is 11 from heaven.
Right.
You saw him coming. I liked him, but I hadn't seen him for a whole year because he took the year off because of COVID, so he didn't play.
Right.
He opted out in the 2020 season, right? And he fell into their laps in the draft because they wanted Patrick Surtain. And I still would be happy with him because he is coming on like crazy
He's legit. Yeah, he's going to be a legit player.
Legit Pro Bowler for the next 10, 12. I'm knocking on wood for him.
Yeah.
However long he can stay healthy, he's going to make Pro Bowls. So I would have been very happy with that. Maybe J.C. Horn will be just as good when he gets healthy. But the point is, this young man has changed how we play defense. In my defensive staff or my head coach or my owner and operator, Jerry Jones, all together, the quote-unquote brain trust or brainless trust occasionally, they're out-thinking themselves. They're out-cuting themselves. They're trying to say, hey, NFL, watch what we do with our new toy.
How many different ways we can use it.
Watch what we can do. Oh, you think Taysom Hill runs 4.4? We got a guy just as big and maybe faster than Taysom Hill. So about half the time last night, Micah would line up at inside backer and just stand and watch Taysom Hill. He would just watch and he would spy and he would mirror. Going to go this way, going to go that way. What a waste of talent.
Right.
What a waste of time. Again, I don't keep score of this, but it felt like only about 10% of the time did he actually line up on the edge and rush the way he's been rushing.
I saw him standing on the sideline a couple of times. I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there?
And we got to see the one play of the night, the Javon Curse interception on the downfield throw to Kenny Stills, once of the University of Oklahoma. If we could see what Micah Parsons does on this play, he goes downfield and breaks it up like a cornerback. He's all over little Kenny Stills. Let me ask you this. You know Lawrence Taylor. You know what he was. Did you ever see Lawrence Taylor do that?
No.
No. Did I ever see the great Charles Haley ever do that? No. Did you ever see Von Miller do anything like that? He might occasionally zone blitz where he would
they drop hook the flat.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what they do with the guys that you just named, hook the flat. You're not trying to get those guys down the field.
He's running with a little receiver. I don't know what Kenny Stills goes. He's like maybe 6 feet, 190, something like that. But he's just a little wide out. And Micah Parsons is running down, and he finishes the play at the goal line. This is unheard of, and this is very unwise because it has wrong written all over it. He helped force a pass to get tipped up in the air that Curse was able to secure before he went out of bounds. I give you that.
But the problem is, Skip, is his versatility works against him. Because I can take him and I can drop him in coverage. I can carry somebody up the seam. I can't do that with D-Law.
No.
I can't do that with Randy Gregory.
No.
So because he's so versatile and we try to find different ways, now we got to show you just how versatile he is, Skip. Well, guess what? He's going to carry on a rail route. He's going to carry the wide receiver up the rail.
He does.
Get his hand up in the head, and he'll get a pick. The other guys can't do that. So now, Skip, I want to keep him on the field, so I just can't. But if I put him at a pure pass rusher, so that means D-Law or Randy Gregory, one of them can't play. Because they can't play D-tackle on rundowns. Now, you put him on, Skip, it's third and long. Yeah, I get me a NASCAR packet, put him, Gregory, D-Law, kick him inside, one of those other guys, maybe Dorrance Armstrong. Okay, we're going to come play. I got basically 4 D ends, and I'm coming after you. Try to block me inside with your slow guards, and I'm going to put pressure on you. But because his versatility sometimes harms him, because he can do so many things really, really well, he can rush the passer great, but those other guys can't do that. So it's like, so that kind of works against him. But if I'm Dan Quinn, he ain't getting, you got hook the flat. I'm going to let you drop hook the flat twice a game. Other than that, I want you in the backfield, son.
And by the way, every once in a while, he'll line up right in the middle of the formation. He'll stand up right in the middle of the D-line and have to work his way through all that tonnage. Center and 2 guards, where you're just going to have to try to out-quick them, out-slide them, out-bend them inside and get loose. Well, I'm okay with that, but where is he at his greatest?
I want him on the edge. I want him in space.
Just off the edge.
I want him in space.
Help me out. Better pass rusher from what you've seen, Randy Gregory or Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
What's Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons is their best defensive player. You might be able to make a case, Skip, by the time all said and done by the end of the year. He might be their best player. I'm not saying he's their most valuable player, but you're going to make a strong case that he's their best player.
I can make it. Better pass rusher, DeMarcus Lawrence or Micah Parsons. It's not even close. Okay, so don't outthink yourself. Don't out-cute yourself.
But Skip, I can't put a guy that's making $20 million there, have him come off the bench.
Okay, but you have to figure it out because you have to play to your strength. Your strength right now is number 11. So don't second-guess it. Don't try to rearrange it. Just say, I got to line you up. He's best off that left edge. He just roars off that left edge, and he's starting to resemble Von Miller at his greatest.
Well, you Skip, because normally your best athlete is left tackle. So I'm going to put him against some of the worst athletes, which are the right tackle. Now, he can beat left tackle. Don't think he can't now, because he can. Because his quickness is unmatched. And you got him on the indoor fast turf. He's going to race you up the field. And he catch you, sitting to get upfield, he's going to dip across your face.
And what I love is his closing speed.
Oh, he can close,
Could we see that sack one more time? Where he just gets loose on poor Taysom Hill. This play is over in about a second. Look at the closing speed. Taysom Hill can move now. As we can see, he ran for 101 yards. And he's like, I'm dead. You got me, right? I'm down. I give up, right?
He got him, Skip. You see,
that's what you got. That's what you're wasting covering Kenny Stills. What are you thinking? Because remember, New Orleans was down its 2 stud tackles. One was a first-team All-Pro, and the other has made 3 straight Pro Bowls, and neither could go. At game time last night, they both sat down.
If they had rushed him like they did, say, the previous 4 or 5 games, I'm not so sure he doesn't have 3 sacks last night against those guys.
Okay.
Because that's how good he is. Because D-Law, even though D-Law is a good pass rusher, Skip, you got to be realized now, he's been out 10 weeks. So he's got to get his feel back. He's got to get.
He looked good. Though.
Yeah, he's got to get
moving well.
D-Law is. I've always thought he was a combo. He can rush the passer, but I think he's better at stopping the run.
I do too.
He's better at the run.
I agree.
Stopping the run than he is a pass rusher.
And I must admit, I did love your early idea in the show. Maybe you want to kick him inside.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to ask him to play a little bit of tackle so that you can get Randy Gregory and Micah coming off the edge.
Yes, especially Skip on passing, obvious passing downs, third and long. That's what the Giants did. The Giants put their best pass rushers on the field. It wasn't, well, he a D tackle, he got to play because he a tackle. No, we're going to put our best rushers on the field.
Justin Tuck and OC.
Yeah. And I think Cofield.
Strahan.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So
you get them all on there.
Yeah.
Yep. I got it. So, in the end, I don't know what they're doing. I loved having Dan Quinn on the sideline, but I didn't love what Dan Quinn was calling because that's lunacy.
And imagine, Skip, having a game with D-Law and Micah Parsons on one side, and then you got Gregory on the other side. You can run games with them. You can do a lot of different things. Or you can just say, son, hey, you on your own. Just go get the quarterback.
You know what? You just talked me into winning 2 playoff games this year. How about that? 2.
Micah's got a bright future in this league. But, guys, it's also a big weekend in college football. Alabama and Georgia are set
You know what it is, Gil. You know what it is.
Predictions for the huge SEC showdown next.